Hi, this is Ashley Latta speaking to you again from my training centre here in North Manchester with video number 3 of a series of 10 videos that I'm recording at the present moment to help you get through these challenging times and hopefully prosper as well as surviving. This is video 3, like I said. The first video we looked at a concept called don't take part in the recession, where I shared with you a personal story that happened well over 27 years ago. And the second video we looked at the adapting and using virtual consultations, things such as tools such as Zoom to help you build relationships with your patients. The third thing I'd like to talk to you today about is about following up with your patients. Many years ago I went to the States. I went to hear one of my gurus. His name is Dan Kennedy. And I strongly recommend any of his books for you to read, particularly if you are a business owner. All his books are really a great read. But he shared a concept with you in this course in America, and it was something like people will buy when they're ready to buy, not when you're ready to sell to them. So let me repeat that again. People will buy when they're ready to buy, not when you're ready to sell to them. Now, why is this important? Well, sometimes you're going to have free consultations, whether it be inside the practice or nowadays by virtual consultations. And let's say your patient's coming to see you, for example, with some cosmetic treatment, but possibly they might not buy at that first appointment. And the reason why they're not buying at that first appointment is that the problem they have is not big enough yet to justify the investment of both time and money. So let me repeat that again. The problem they have isn't big enough yet to justify the investment of both time and money. If you think about some of the things that you buy and something maybe significant or substantial, the chances are you were thinking about it for a period of time, but the problem that you had got bigger and bigger and bigger, and then one day you just woke up and went, wow, that's it, I'm going to make the investment. And your patients sometimes do the same. They start off with a small problem, and then it builds up over a period of time. And then sometimes they come and see you. But at that moment, the problem is not yet big enough. So the most important thing you can do is to follow up with your clients over a period of time so that when they're ready to buy, they're only thinking about you. Now, I could do a whole day's training session on keeping in touch, but here's just a few quick tips and a few things to think about. The first thing is you can keep in touch maybe by a newsletter. Say you had an email newsletter that goes out to all your patients. That's one way of keeping in touch and making them think about you. Maybe they're part of social media such as Facebook or Instagram. So again, they're seeing your posts, they're seeing your pictures, they're seeing things that you actually do. The third thing you could possibly do is the good old post. Maybe every quarter send them something in the post, an open evening, or maybe you've got a special offer, something that's going on so that they're not forgetting about you. But the fourth thing you could possibly do is just pick up the phone and just see where the patient is. One of my clients very recently, we were on the phone and we gave her a task, and this is a great story. So she went to a whole cabinet and she found 21 outstanding treatment plans over the last few months. These are treatment plans that hadn't been taken up, and the patients had come in. And she decided, actually this happened during lockdown, to ring all these patients up to see where they were and to see what the next steps were. Well, out of 21 phone calls, 17 weren't interested in pursuing it any further. They said no, but actually 4 did. And the 4 spend was nearly close on to £17,000. Just think about that. 4 out of 21 said yes and 17 said they weren't interested. So I think those phone calls were pretty successful. In fact, if you divide the amount of phone calls to the actual treatment plan amount, each phone call was worth £800, whether the patient decided to go ahead or not. So I strongly urge you to have a system of keeping in touch and to following up with your patients, because patients will buy when they're ready to buy, not when you're ready to sell to them.